At least every Michigander I know wants money for infrastructure, and here we have it.
Michigan Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin finally has something to crow about. The long-awaited infrastructure bill, once celebrated by both parties.
And we should be happy about that, whether it's Biden's signature or Trump's signature. And if Trump's signature had been on that thing, I'd be just as happy to go and visit people and talk about what this bill would do.
Slotkin is a Democrat and will be on hand when President Biden signs the law on Monday. But former President Trump is also not far from her mind, considering he won her district, giving her a front row seat to the nation's deep political divide.
I couldn't have won unless there were voters who voted for both Donald Trump and me. And that's a pretty independently minded person.
For the next year, the road to winning control of Congress runs right through places like Michigan's 8th district, and whether Democrats get credit or blame for Biden's agenda, starting with infrastructure.
Being able to see it actually signed into law is a big deal. And again, we haven't seen this kind of investment since we did the highway system and in the 1940s and 1950s, but it doesn't end in the Oval Office. They've watched us go back and forth on it. I'm sure they're happy that it's signed, but it's like we're in Michigan, and what matters is facts on the ground and getting things done.
Last month, Biden visited a union training center here that soon will be thrust into overdrive, preparing workers to build roads, bridges, airports, and more.
It takes a lot of training to be able to get certified in this.
John Habercorn, an instructor on these tower cranes, believes the bill will create unprecedented opportunities for workers, no matter their politics.
A job's a job. They don't ask you on your application if you're red or blue.
Jeremy Denton didn't vote for Biden or Slotkin, but he supports the action on infrastructure.
It's the cost of doing business. You have to reinvest if you're going to build these things. If you have a bridge that needs to be repaired, repair the bridge.
Slotkin, a former CIA officer elected to Congress in 2018, believes the deep divisions among Democrats have raised legitimate questions about the party's ability to govern and to connect with all Americans.
Yeah, I think there's a disconnect. I mean, I think that the average person is not looking for radical ideology on any side of the spectrum. They are looking for their government to function and to deliver for people.
She has real questions about Part 2 of Biden's economic agenda, both its scope and timing, given rising concerns about inflation, gas prices, and more. Like other moderate Democrats, she's waiting to see the cost of the bill before committing her vote.
Is the White House addressing the needs of everyday Americans?
I think certainly they are trying, but we could be doing more. We've got to address inflation. We've got to address the worker shortage. We've got to address the high price of things going into the holiday season.